Hello, everyone, and welcome to the first semifinal of the 2026 FIHA World Cup. It's Chile versus Brazil. We're underway already here. Throw-in for Brazil. Semifinal, the winner of this will play in the final. The other semifinal is between Uruguay and Turkey. Turkey defeated Poland 3-2 in a very close match in their quarterfinal. As for these two teams in the quarterfinals, Brazil had a win over Colombia 3-2 in a very interesting game. And Chile played in an even more ridiculous game where the score was, I believe, 9-7 between them and Portugal. Chance for Brazil here. Savio, X. Chile deal with it. Now it's X back looking for El Salvio. TBL gets it clear. Chile have had a very, very rocky road in this tournament. A win here would make it all worth it. Fusion. Now LRD looking for TBL, but he just can't connect the pass. El Savio, Fusion. And again, Brazil not being able to connect their passes and Chile messing up on a throw-in there. Now Brazil can finally get some possession. X, Fusion, Savio gets used there by LRD. Now it's a throw-in for Chile. LRD, back to Roxo. Looking long for Ney Jr. And Chile still with possession here. Roxo goes down the line looking for Ney Jr. DNTS will get there first and win the throw-in for Brazil. Almost 2 minutes into the semifinal being played at a very, very cagey style and pace. Now it's X looking for a ball through the middle. Chile able to deal with it. Counterattack possibility here for Chile. Roxo, Ney. Roxo looking back. Throwing for Chile. Again, didn't want to risk too much. There it is, a semifinal. One mistake could cost a lot. Not only cost you your spot in the tournament, but at this stage, you've worked so hard to get to the semifinal. Here's X for Brazil. It's still a chance. Chile deal with it. And now going the other way. It's defended by Brazil. Roxo. LRD could be another chance for Chile. It's defended by Savio. Game's starting to open up a little bit. Barely keeping that alive, Chile. Now Fusion. Back to Savio. Fusion. Looks like he is going to be able to keep this in. In fact, he leads it for Savio. Savio. Fusion. X. Back to DNTS, but didn't connect in the way that they wanted to. Kind of like Brazil is controlling most of the possession so far. DNTS. Fusion. Towards the middle. It's going to be a throw-in for Chile. LRD. TBL. Down the line. Looks like it's going to be another throw-in for Chile this time. Oh, throw-in for Brazil, in fact. Savio. Fusion. Savio. Back to Fusion. Savio. DNTS. Defended by Neymar. Now it's Savio again. Fusion. Savio. Down. Brazil not able to really create anything there. Another throw-in for Brazil. And it's a goal kick, the first goal kick of the match in the 3rd minute, 4th minute even. Ney barely able to keep that alive. Now it's Fusion. Savio looking back to Fusion. It's a tussle between him and Neymar. He gets it down the line, and X hits it out for a Chile throw-in. How important are these throw-ins, corners, goal kick situations going to be? Looking at what kind of match has been so far, probably very important. Very cagey match, no one giving away too much. Looks like set pieces are going to be what decides this game, as it is most of the time the case in high-level hackspel. Now it's X. It's given away. Roxo and Fusion tussling there. Roxo wins the throw-in. Now it's Ney. Trying to hold it up for TBL. TBL may just get it back to Roxo. Ney looking across. It was a risky pass, but works out in the end. It's a throw-in for Chile. TDL. Ney. Savio defends him well. Savio. Oh, it's given away by Fusion, and Chile were close there to capitalizing on it, but they just weren't able to. Now it's Ney. TDL. Ney. Chance for Chile here. Roxo looking for Ney. It was just a little bit off by Roxo. You could tell he kind of swiped at the pass. Ney. TDL Roxo. Brilliant possession here by Chile. Are they going to be able to open up this Brazilian defense? They're not, and it's going to be a throw-in now. Savio, we're halfway through this first half. A spot in the 2026 World Cup final on the line. A place where neither of these teams have been for a little while. Now it's X playing a ball down the line. Roxo's going to be able to deal with it. Roxo taking it into his own corner here. Roxo. It's taken out by TDL. Fusion wins it back into Savio. Brazil trying to ping it around, force a chance. It's X. It's a chance. X 1-0. In the blink of an eye, out of nothing, Brazil are able to get the lead. One 0 to Brazil. Still a long way to go for Chile. They were just starting to grow back into the game after that Brazilian flurry at the beginning where they were dominating the possession, but just when you think you're getting back into it, it's a goal from Brazil, and it was a brilliant finish by X. Interesting decision there from Raxo to take it back into his own corner, and that's kind of what led to the chance in the end. Corner for Chile, it's defended by Brazil. Now it's Fusion, looking to leave it for Savio, and he does. Now Savio has two options here. Goes to X. X gets around Ney. X looking for Fusion. It's a corner. Now it's X. Cross in. Fusion. Brilliant save by Raxo. A set piece opportunity there. The first real one of the game. Can Chile make the most out of this counterattack? Ney plays it down to LRD. Back to Ney. It just didn't work out. He didn't have the time or the support to hold it up there, LRD. If he did, we could have been looking at 1-1. Now it's Fusion. LRD. TBL. LRD. LRD looking to get around DNTS, but well defended by the Brazilian goalkeeper. TBL. Plays it out. Unforced error really there from Chile. Throwing for Brazil again. Savio. Fusion. And looking to use Ney for a corner, but it's defended by Chile. Savio. Fusion. Back into Savio. If Neymar could only get that first touch pass, Chile would have been away. Now it's DNTS down here on this left-hand side. X. Fusion. It's fallen to Fusion here in a good position. DNTS picks it back up. DNTS looking for a ball across. Now it's Savio looking for Fusion. It's cut out by Chile. Brazil back on the front foot. That goal really had a swing in momentum. A brilliant goal. It was a goal by X to put Brazil 1-0 up in the 6th minute. Thrown here in a dangerous position for Chile. Ney. TBL. LRD. It's a decent chance, but they just didn't have the angle. Now it's DNTS. DNTS sends it along to Savio. Savio turns. And TBL plays it back to Roxo. Roxo, Ney. Brilliant passing here by Chile. LRD. Ball across. It just didn't really have an intended target. Now it's Savio. Fusion. Ball across. Raxo. LRD. Brilliant play here by the Chileans. Ney. He was looking for LRD on the return, but wasn't able to get there. Brazil have been so solid when it has come down to it. LRD. Ooh. That was a interesting move by LRD, but Brazilians were there again, and they haven't really made much of their corner. Fusion looking to hold it up for X, but didn't have enough time to do that. Throwing for Brazil, though. Savio. All the way down the line for Fusion. TBL cuts it out. Savio. Fusion. Back to Savio. Good touch. Another throwing for Brazil. Savio. Fusion. They're pinging it around again. Back to DNTS now after the clearance by Chile. X. Savio. Chile on the counterattack now. Now it's back with Brazil. Fusion. Savio. X. Playing it down the line. Fusion leaves it for Savio. Savio into DNTS. Across to X. X. What can he do? Is that going to be a corner? Yes, it is. X. Back to Savio. It's not the best corner. LRD wins it back for Chile. LRD. LRD. Savio cuts it out and actually wins the throw in. Big play there by Savio as we hit the 10-minute mark. 23 seconds left of play. Extra time. Fusion. DNTS. Savio. Back into Fusion. This could be a chance. It's X. And it's wide. Rexo was beaten there, but X couldn't beat the post. It was a good try to bring it back across goal. TDL. It's a bad pass, but he wins it back. Now it's Nay. Nay turning. It's the last play of the second half. DNTS. Is he going to clear it out? He is. Halftime between Brazil and Chile. And we are just going to get straight into second half action. One 0 to Brazil as we get ready to start the second half. Is Chile going to be able to make a comeback? Let's find out. Savio. X. Savio again. Would say so far he has been the key man for Brazil. LRD holding it up for Chile. Fusion gets it back, and Brazil won the throw-in. 10 minutes between these two sides and a potential World Cup final against either Uruguay or Turkey. Raxo long ball, it wasn't the best. And Fusion manages to get it back to Savio. Now it's DNTS. Brazil with a chance here. Savio, it's blocked by Neymar. Corner kick for Brazil. X looking for Savio, wasn't able to get to him. DNTS shoots through traffic. There was no deflection. It was an easy save for Raxo. Dumps it down to Nay. Nay can't do anything there. DNTS gets possession back for Brazil. Now it's Nay looking for TBL, isn't able to get to it. DNTS now and back with possession, playing a 1-2 with Savio. Savio down the line of Fusion. Here come Brazil. Fusion looking back for Savio. It is going to work out in the end for the Brazilians. DNTS. Savio. Fusion. Savio. Brilliant ball, but it was just actually too far. Savio. Fusion. Savio looking back for Fusion. It's defended well by Chile. Savio looking in the middle. It's defended again. Another throw-in for Brazil. Savio just trying to find a pass to unlock the Chilean defense. DNTS. Fusion. This could be it. It's X. Well defended by Raxo. 8 minutes plus extra time left in the semifinal. As it stands, Brazil are in the World Cup final. Now it's Fusion. Savio. All the way back to DNTS. Now X. Savio. Wow, it was just too far from Savio. He's letting himself down a bit in the second half with those final passes. Good look by Raxo there, but it was too far for LRD, and it's actually off LRD for the Brazilian throw-in. Savio, X, DNTS, Savio. Brazil just pinging it around, keeping possession. Brilliant possession here by Brazil. And it's off Raxo for a Brazilian throw-in. Fusion leaves it for Savio. Savio leaves it for Fusion. Savio. DNTS looking for Fusion. It's cut out by TBL. Looking out for Raxo. He's a long way from his goal, but it won't matter. Brazil hit it out for a Chilean throw-in. Now it's LRD. Leaves it for Nay. Nay wins the throw-in again. Nay plays a 1-2 with LRD, but it didn't work out in the end. Now it's all the way back to DNTS in the Brazilian goal, and he wins a throw-in. Low risk play, you would expect it in a semifinal. Now TBL making some good pressure for Chile, but it's actually not going to work out for them. Fusion leaves it for Savio. Savio concedes the throw into Chile. LRD back to TBL. It's given away again. Fusion. Brazil back in possession. Savio not able to get a string of passes together. Throw in for Chile. TBL. Raxo. Fusion hits it out for Chile. Throw in. TBL down the line to LRD. LRD trying to leave it for TBL, but Brazil win it back. And when you see things like that, it's just hard to imagine that Chile are going to be able to find a way back into this game. Brazil have just been winning all the battles. And it just seems as soon as Brazil are able to connect a few passes together, like they might be able to do here now, X, Fusion, back to X, 2-0. Just as I was saying, as soon as Brazil connect a few passes, it might be game over. And it's looking like it might be 2-0 to Brazil. Chile are down by 2, and they're going to be down by 3. X for the hat trick. Oh, he leaves it for Fusion, 3-0. 3-0. Capitulation by Chile. As soon as they conceded the second, they conceded the third in quick succession. 12 seconds between the two goals, and that's only because X held the ball up for Fusion to get a goal. And now it's Chile with the throw, and they must be deflated after that. Less than 6 minutes left in normal time, and they're down by 3 goals in a World Cup semifinal. They had a rough start in the group stages. It was looking like the golden days of Chilean Hacksball were gone, but they managed to claw back into the semifinal. But now it looks like they might have just been wasting their time with Brazil all along. Fusion getting ambitious there. Brazil playing with a lot of confidence now, not able to string together those passes. But if anything, it's looking like Brazil's going to score another before Chile does. Raxo, that ball unable to get all the way through to LRD. Now it's DNTS. Fusion, X. Brilliant passing by the Brazilians again. X plays it off of Raxo. Raxo keeps it in, wins the throw-in. It's almost as if you can see the Chilean faces, you can see their emotions, that they're deflated, the way that they're kind of playing and moving on the field. It's Fusion. Savio again, just being the metronome in the midfield, controlling everything. Everything's going through him. Fusion with the corner. Savio and Fusion playing a 1-2 here in the corner. Savio back to Fusion. Just waiting for a split second to unlock the Chilean defense. It's a goal kick though. Raxo's going to clear it up. Given straight back to the Brazilians, but they will win a throw in Chile. TBL, LRD. And Savio plays it down the line for Fusion. It's unable to connect. LRD now could have got the cross over to Neymar. Story of Chile's night. Raxo, Neymar. Again, just unforced mistakes, inaccurate passes by Chile. They really have been second best, and that was almost a horrible mistake. LRD. Another potential chance there for Chile to get a goal, but it was just so well defended by the Brazilians. And now here come the Brazilians other way. They've won the throw-in. X, Savio. LRD. Raxo. Played across. Brazil almost toying with them. It's a chance for X. It's a save by Raxo. Brazil have really taken the sting out of this game in the last 3 minutes. Taking the excitement out of it. LRD now. Maybe had an angle, but I think it was too far. Savio's there. And it will be a corner for Chile. Could this be the start of a special comeback? It's back to Raxo. It's a ball through. No one there for Chile. It was a good ball in a good area. Fusion clears it. Raxo. LRD across. Maybe can't get all the way through to Ney. Now Fusion and X playing a couple passes. Fusion looking for DNTS. That was a bit ambitious. But Brazil is just playing with so much confidence. It's almost as if they know that the rest of this game doesn't matter and that they will be in the final. They can't get too comfortable yet. They'll still have 2 minutes plus added time. Now it's Fusion. DNTS. Gives possession away there rather cheaply. Now it's Ney into TBL. This is a big chance for Chile. They have to take this chance. TBL. Can't believe it. Absolutely can't believe it. 3-on-1 there in a World Cup semifinal. That has to go in. That just has to go in. TBL. Raxo. Cleared away by DNTS. Now it's Raxo. LRD. Raxo. It's a long ball by X. It's not going to be able to get through to Fusion. Raxo has defended it. Leaves it for TBL. Another hopeless pass down the line. It's another chance for Brazil. Fusion, again, a little bit too ambitious there. Raxo can't keep it in. It's a corner. Fusion, Savio, blocked. Another corner. Fusion, Savio, X. DNTS, looking back for X. It will get to X. X, Savio. Now it's back to Raxo. Giving away Fusion. Fusion and X don't take the most of that chance there. Fusion. Savio. Fusion. X. X. Fusion. Nothing there. It's still Brazil on the front foot, even though they are up by 3 goals. Absolutely ruthless by Brazil. Nay, down the line. Oh, it's given away poorly there by TBL. Fusion for 4. It is 4. 4-0 to Brazil. What a performance by Brazil. What an absolute capitulation by Chile. They will not play in the final. Brazil will be the first team in the final. We do have 30 seconds plus added time left, but Chile haven't shown anything to suggest that this game isn't over. And the game will be officially over once it hits 10 minutes. Port comes on as a sub. Didn't even see when that substitution happened. LRD came off and actually left the room. Can't really blame him. TBL, Port. And it's now official. Brazil will play in the final. They'll play in the final officially after extra time. Forgot that we had extra time. Thought it was just going to be last play for a second. Nay, down the line, DNTS. Somehow, Brazil managed to get out of that one. Fusion, X. They could make it 5. Fusion. It is 5. 5 goals in a World Cup semifinal for Brazil. And Chile, ever since that second goal from Brazil, they just haven't been on the same level. 5-0. 5-0 to Brazil. And the way that Brazil have been playing in the last few matches, they might just be the favorites for that final. Fusion. It's cleared. Port has a chance to end it here. Or not to end it, sorry, to salvage something for Chile. It's Port. They're not even going to get a consolation. Last play. Brazil are in the final. Brazil are in the final. That is it. Wow. $5-0 to Brazil. They beat Argentina. They beat Chile. They've beaten all of their South American counterparts that they've come up against. And they might just have to play Uruguay in the final too. Brazil will play in the final. It'll be either against Uruguay or Turkey. Convincing performance from Brazil. And that is all for the coverage of this match. Brazil 5, Chile 0.